Okay, so we got a lot of questions about loss aversion, especially when it comes to e-commerce. So we're going to do a deep dive today based on some stuff from Peter Trott and kind of how that whole, fear of missing out can really drive people to take action right away.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it comes down to this like fundamental thing about human psychology where the pain of a loss hits us way harder than the pleasure of gaining something, and that's something e-commerce marketers have really, really latched onto.
And it's something that I think, everyone kind of intuitively gets, but it's cool to see how it's actually used, strategically. So what we're going to do today is unpack some of the big tactics, look at concrete examples, and try to understand how it all leads to those split-second decisions to buy or sign up or whatever.
Right, right, exactly.
So where should we start? What's the big thing that Trott highlights?
Well, I think the real cornerstone here is the concept of the limited time offer, the
Yeah,
LTO.
LTO, right? It's like the classic sale ends tomorrow kind of thing.
That's it. That's it. Creating that sense of scarcity, that urgency, that if you don't jump on this deal right now, you're going to miss out.
And he gives some great examples of like the headlines you see all the time, sale ends tomorrow, obviously flash sale, 24 hours only. And then there's the one that gets me every time. Limited time offer. Get 20% off your first order.
Oh, yeah, they know how to get you.
It works. And I think it really plays on that whole FOMO thing, the fear of missing out.
Absolutely. Like by putting a time limit on it, they're basically saying, look, here's what you stand to lose if you don't act now. And loss is a powerful motivator.
And then to make that feeling even more intense, you have the countdown timers.
Oh,
It's one
yeah.
thing to read sale ends on tomorrow, but then to see those minutes and seconds ticking away, it's like,
Right.
ah, got to do it now.
Right.
It's so effective.
Yeah. It's crazy how visual cues can really ramp up that psychological effect. Whether it's on a product page, in an email, or even during a live stream, that countdown timer is just there, constantly reminding you that time's running out. It makes it all so much more real and kind of like pushes you towards that buy now button.
Okay, and then there's scarcity messaging, which is a little different from a time limit, right?
Yeah, this one's more about playing up the limited quantity of whatever it is they're selling.
Like only a few left in stock.
Exactly. It taps into that feeling of exclusivity. Like, if you don't get this now, you might not get another chance, and then you'll really regret it.
And they have so many ways of saying it, too. It's like limited quantities available, only a few spots left. Sometimes it's like, don't miss out on this exclusive offer. And of course, the classic, hurry while supplies last.
It all creates this sense of like, oh man, I got to get this before it's gone.
So it seems like a lot of this is about creating that urgency, that feeling of, I need to act now before I miss out and regret it later.
Exactly, exactly. And when these tactics are done well, they can really drive sales like immediately.
Now, Trott also gives some tips on how to like really make the most of these approaches.
Yeah, he's big on knowing your audience, like really understanding what makes them tick, what's going to motivate them to act, and then testing different messages, visuals to see what works best.
And of course, keeping an eye on your data, things like conversion rates to track what's actually driving results.
Data is everything.
So the big takeaway here is that understanding how loss aversion works can help you use things like, limited time offers, countdown timers, scarcity messaging. All those tactics can be super effective at getting people to take action right away. It's all about that powerful feeling of not wanting to miss out.
And when it's done right, it can be a huge driver in the e-commerce world.
Okay, so I want to leave our listeners with something to think about. If all this stuff about limited availability and time sensitivity can really motivate us, what's one way you could apply that same principle in your own life or work to encourage people to make decisions or get involved more quickly, even if you're not running an online store? I bet there's something there. Hey, that's it for this deep dive.
That was a good one.
Thanks for joining us,
My pleasure.
and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.